and column 1 will be replaced by name of column, and data type is indicate that which type of data the column 1 will store, same as column 2 will be the column 2 name and data type, what type of data that column 2 should be stored, and column 3 and data type. So this is the syntax to create a table. Let's see an example of create a table statement. So this is the example of create table statement. Create table, it will create a table by the name of marks with 3 columns, that is ID, name and marks. ID will store the data in the format of integer, name will be store the data in the format of characters, the size of character is 100, and mark will store the information in the format of integer. So let's see in example how actually we can create a table statement. So again we will come to our GUI, and here we will type our query. Create table student. Student is my table name by which I am going to create a table. So I have write it down. Create table student in bracket my first column, that is I will say ID, and its data type should be integer, that is it will store the data of integer type. Next, name is my second column and it will store data in the format of characters, that is varchar. With the size of 100 characters we can store the name up to 100 characters. And third, marks is my third column with integer data type. So this is the query or command to create a new table into database DB. So we'll hit enter. So here in the database, so you can see also here also database is selected test_db, and in that we have created a table named as student. Same like here, it is in the tree format test_db and my table is student. When we click on it, it will browse my data, that is my first column ID, name is the second, and marks is the third column. So this is how we create a table using GUI. Insert into statement. We have already created a table with the name of student. Now we have to insert information into that table. To insert an information or new record in a table, we use insert into statement or command or query. Let's see a syntax to insert into statement. So this is the first syntax. We can insert the record by two ways. This is the first way, insert into table name, column 1, column 2 and column 3. So it will insert data into table that we have created. So we are specifying the names of the columns, that is column 1, column 2 and column 3, and values are actual information which will store in column 1, column 2, column 3 respectively, or whatever the columns we have specified. So this is the first way to insert a record into a table. Now let's see second method. Insert into table name values, value 1, value 2 and value 3 and so on. So this is the second method. So in this second method we haven't specified any column, because compulsory putting the values into all the columns in a table. That's why we are directly passing the values to the table. So this is the example. Insert into marks values 001, Ashish is the name and 94 is the marks. So we are inserting the record in the marks table with values 001, Ashish and 94. Let's see in example how actually it is. So we are inserting a first record into student table. Insert into student, and we are directly passing the values that are my first ID. That is why I am setting an ID 001. Name, second column is name. For that purpose I am writing a name. And third value is marks. So this is the query. We are inserting these values, these three values in table student. So my first column is ID, that is why I am specifying here 001 is my ID, Ashish is the name and 90 is the marks. So we'll execute this query. So first row is inserted. Let's see. Click on browse, so you can check here my first row, that is column and row. So we are storing these information in the format of rows and columns. So this is my first row. ID is 1, name is Ashish and marks are 90. So this is how we insert a record in a table. This is the first method that we can write a query using query. Suppose I want to insert a record in the format of GUI, so click on insert button and just pass the values over here. So we are inserting second record, that is 002 with name. We will be inserting the name Vaibhav and marks. So this is how we can store the record. By second method also, browse it. So this is my second record. So we can insert a record from clicking insert also, or writing query here also. Alter table. Suppose I want to add a new column in a table. So for that purpose we use alter table, used to alter a table. Let's see a syntax. Alter table, add column name and its data type. So we are adding a new column with the keyword add. Let's see an example. Alter table marks. Marks is my table name and add is a keyword to add a new column in a table marks. So mentor is my new column name and varchar 100 is its data type. So let's see in example now. Alter table name, that is student, and now we are adding, that is add, we are adding new column name by the name subject with data type varchar of size 100. So this is my query to alter a table. Hit go button. Now you can see in structure also here the column is appeared with the name of subject. Browse also you can see ID, names, marks and subject, but here currently there is no any value in a subject column. Why? Because we created it recently. For that purpose it doesn't have any value. To insert the values in a subject, write a query for inserting a value in a table. So you have to write a query for insert a value in a new column, that is subject. Drop column. Drop column is used to drop a column in a table. Suppose we want to delete a column from a table, then we can use drop column. Let's see a syntax: alter table name, drop column name. So instead of add, we are using here drop. Let's see an example: alter table marks, drop mentor. That is alter table, we are using a table marks and we have to drop a mentor column in that. So let's see in example now. So let's write a query. Now first see here, in a structure we have a fourth column, that is subject. We have to drop this. In browse also we can see subject, so we'll write a query to drop that column. Alter table student, drop column name, that is what my column name is, subject, semicolon. So we'll execute this query. This will, my localhost will ask me, do you really want to execute alter table student drop subject, that is, do you really want to drop it? I said yes. Okay, and now we can see the structure. Here we are dropped that subject column from a table, and from browse also we can see the subject column has gone. This is the command to drop a column from a table. SQL select statement. The SQL select statement is used to select data from a database. So this is the syntax: select column 1, column 2 and so on from table name. So select statement is used to browse all the data or retrieve all the data from a table to retrieve. So let's see an example: select star from table name, or you can write select column 1, column 2 from table name. Then if we use a select star from, star indicates all the data from a table name or from a table, it will show all the data, and if we specify only number of columns, then it will show the data related to that column only. So let's see an example now. You can browse that data from here also, means you can use this tab also to retrieve all the data. That is, there are 2 columns. So let's write a query: select star from student and semicolon. So this is my query to get all the data from the student. We'll execute this query by hitting go. So these are my records, number of records which are currently present in my student table. This is how we retrieve the data from a table. Drop table, used to drop a table. Now we have created a table, now we have to drop it. So this is the syntax: drop table if exists table name. So it will drop a table if exists, will check whether that table name is already present in a database or not. If table name is not present in a database, then it will generate an error. If that table name is present or that table is present in a database, then and only then it will drop that table. So this is the example: drop table if exists marks. So we are dropping a table of by the name of marks. So let's see an example. Now we have to drop this student table. So we'll write a query: drop table student. So this is my query to drop a student table. We'll go and it will again ask me, do you really want to execute dot table student? Say okay. And now you can see from here also, from database also, the table has gone, means it is dropped. And from browse also you can see, because we don't have any table now, so it will generate an error, doesn't exist. Why? Because we have already dropped it. So these are the queries related to the table. We can retrieve the information, alter the table, and we can add the data or add the record in the table. This is the queries for table.
According to you, which web page holds the most importance in a website?
If a website has been designed according to the plan, wireframe, content, or information that it is going to provide, then every web page holds equal importance. Every page serves as a separate piece of information. For example, the About Us page tells us everything about the company or organization, whereas the Contact page provides the contact details.